guys, welcome along to another episode of the Rose and El Toro show. Doing a wee bit different tonight. We're going to go live for the first 10 minutes of the show on Facebook. So how you doing, guys? Today we're going to be covering Europa League, Champions League draw, possible suitors for Dembele, how Rangers are doing, possible draw for Rangers and Celtic, and then we'll cover a bit more in sport with Andy Murray crashing out in America.
Yep, so guys, as Mikey just said, we're on Facebook Live for the first, we'll say 5 to 10 minutes of the show, because my arm's hurting a wee bit here as I'm holding it up. We'll take some questions on Facebook Live as soon as they pop through, if any do pop through, and as Mike said, we'll cover all the kind of football that's happened over the last week. Even Monday night football over in America is starting this week as well, so we'll cover some of that, and yeah, we'll see where this takes us. First of all, where do you want to start? Do you want to start Premier League or start closer to home, Scotland?
Well, I think whatever you feel comfortable. I think we can maybe start. First of all, just saying to the guys on live just now, if any of you have any questions, sport related or not, that you have for myself or Colin, feel free to fire them across just now. We're only going to be live for about 10 minutes, so fire your questions across.
Definitely. Right, so let's go. Look, we'll start in the Scottish football then. Start on the Saturday.
Yep.
Doc,
How did you feel the weekend went yourself?
Oh, for me on a personal level, the weekend wasn't exactly great. Because of the results as much as anything else. But
I think obviously the prediction, I think, for me on the Saturday on SPL would have been on the Premier League anyway. Premiership would have been St Mirren turning over Livingston. With the whole Kenny Miller situation, I would have really I'd have lumped my money on St Mirren to win that, especially with them being at home. But Livingston turned them over 2-0. I think we were talking the last episode or the episode before them that I would have thought that Livy would have probably been the ones that would go down. I think Alan Stubbs is now under a good bit of pressure. I think it was always going to be harder after Ross left St Mirren. During the summer, I think there's a bit of unrest as well. Their sort of playmaker, and the team's been dropped, and the team seem to be more behind him than they are behind Stubbs. So I think that that could cause a few problems for them throughout the season. I suppose the main sort of idea to resolve that would be for them to change their manager ASAP. If they're going to do it, change him, get someone else in place and try
get someone
and get the
in
team
and
back.
Start building.
I think Hibs and Aberdeen, I would have probably suggested that would have been a draw. I think the two really good teams cancelled each other out. I think Hibs to me looked the stronger team in the game. There was moments in the game where Aberdeen were in top, but Hibs overall played well. I think Aberdeen will be happy with the result though.
Oh, definitely. As you said before, touching on Livingston, I thought Livingston would have struggled to get many points this season, and especially after losing the manager. As you said, it was going to be a tough ask, but turning over St Mirren, it's no mean feat, especially for Livingston, to kind of give them a platform to work from.
Yep.
As you said, I think Aberdeen will definitely be happy with the result. They were playing during the week. They were playing during the week.
Who?
Aberdeen. Were they?
No, I don't.
They weren't. I'm thinking of the week.
Yeah, the week prior.
I
think overall in the SPL it wasn't much a weekend. I don't mean it wasn't much in a weekend in the way that the teams that were playing don't matter. I don't think there was any particular scoreline that would have really surprised anyone other than the Livingston score.
Yeah.
And then I think it's hard unless you support one of those clubs directly, then it's hard to have an interest when Rangers and Celtic aren't playing. On
No,
the
definitely,
Saturday,
I completely
which
agree.
is shit to say, but it's a matter of fact.
No, I agree.
I think on a personal level, again, I'm happy to keep having to bring this up. But
Going to be Ayr United,
yeah, I mean, listen, going into that game, I was expecting maybe 1-0, one each, possibly lose points somewhere with them filming. They're a good outfit.
Very well organised.
Well organised, looked great last season, and I think I would have probably tipped them to be there or thereabouts, which obviously it's early doors, they still could be.
Yeah.
But I think it's for Ayr United. This has been one of the best weeks because
definitely.
we've beaten Dunfermline at the weekend 4-1, which is an amazing result.
In itself.
We've so far kept Longshankland. Obviously, there's a day to go.
Yeah. Touch wood.
But the biggest news, from the week, Ian McCall went to 1-3 with the bookies to be taking over Falkirk.
Yeah. The club he's already managed that.
Yeah, he's had his played at Falkirk as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
it's always going to have a place for him.
When you need to be realistic as an Ayr fan and say, right, okay, that they are in a bit of a shitstorm just now.
Yeah.
Falkirk, that is. They are struggling. I fancy them to be the whipping boys of the league as it stands. They've got rid of Hartley, which I think was the right decision. He's come in and tried to change too much.
Too much at the one time as well.
But I think, in one hand I look at it and go, right, well, Falkirk, whether we like it or not, will be able to offer him a small amount but still more money. They've got a new stadium, this beautiful stadium that they've got. Relatively new. They've got a good youth system. They've got a good scouting system. I don't know. I don't know what to end.
It's just it's one of those ones. It's a question of what's going wrong, is it?
Yeah. And I would have really been pissed off at McCall if he went. I know that it's split down the middle. I think with your fans about how would they have felt if he'd have went or if he'd have stayed.
Aye.
Because in one hand he's done so much for the club. He's got the boys playing really fucking good football. But I think on the other hand you're kind of thinking, well, no, he shouldn't be going because he's top of the league. Fair enough, only in goal difference. He's top of the league. He's some fucking great results. He's got hard games out the way already.
Exactly. There's a couple of hard games out the way. Dundee and Dunfermline.
I think the next
Partick as well. Yeah. 3 hard games out the way.
The next game will be tough.
Who have you got?
Queen of the South away.
You were saying that.
Dobie's on fire just now, and it'll be hard to contain him.
There's many seasons where Dobie isn't on fire though. He goes through.
Well, he's only come back up.
I'm not talking about just in Scotland. He just seems to score goals wherever he goes.
I don't know about that. He wasn't really playing at Crystal Palace or Swansea, so.
He shipped out on loan quite a bit, but didn't.
Well, at the end of the day, he's back in. He's back in Dumfries, and he's scoring a lot of goals for them just now.
Yep.
So fair play to him. And it'll be a tough game. It's a bit of a rivalry with the Dunhamers, so it'll be an interesting game, to see. And then.
But Mikey, you won't see it.
No, I know, because I'll be in Mexico.
Just a wee note there, guys. Mikey is leaving us.
So the podcast will be off for the next
couple of weeks.
Unless a satellite phone in from Mexico.
We'll get him like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. We'll get him like Dwayne the Rock Johnson trying to Skype phone call in.
100% will not be doing that.
Either that or I'll just document me trying to get a hold of him. He's not going to talk to me for 2 weeks. Guys, we're going to go off the live for now. I might jump back on it later on. We'll see what happens. But apparently John Stewart, former Aberdeen star, is saying that Dobie will destroy Ayr. He's different class.
How did John manage to get out of my back pocket?
Oh. In fact, actually, you can see, and unfortunately, the cup that is up there is currently property of this man.
John, just while you're there, mate, remind me how many goals you scored that game.
Nah.
When I was man marking you pretty much the full game.
Oh, he's went quiet. But guys, we'll leave you on the live. I say this will be up on YouTube, SoundCloud, everything really. As soon as it's done, over tonight and tomorrow. John Stewart's excuse is he had gout. I had a fucked up knee, but I'm still not making any excuses, you bastard. Right, anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. As I said, everything will be up after the show. So, thank you very much for your support. Again, also, give us some feedback.
Also, guys, we will be doing updates. Just want to get this in quickly before he cuts it. Colin's in a 132-day drought of sexual activity. So we'll give you as many updates on that as we can.
Thank you. This has been out. My mum watches this.
Well,
thank you,
Sharon. Unfortunately, your boy's struggling. So
I think we should start up a charity, like as an event, like a charity auction.
A GoFundMe page for a hooker.
No, not a hooker. We can auction off somebody.
You're gonna have to start looking at that option. You're gonna have to.
We can auction off somebody retaking my virginity. No guys allowed. I'm sorry, guys.
I think it's gonna have to come to that.
Well, we never know. Right, anyway, thank you for bringing that up in front of all of my Facebook to see. And guys, we'll see you later.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Right, so now that that's done, and my ex-girlfriend's mum just tuned in to watch the live video there.
Oh, good.
Oh man, fucking fantastic! That was brilliant. Right, so as I try and sort that out, we're moving on. We're still in Scottish football. Ayr United have kept a hold of their manager. They've made a statement today.
And so far, kept a hold of Shankland as well. So
keeping hold of Ian McCall, it's kind of like a signing in itself. Like really, like it's a new signing for you.
It's not a new signing.
You get what I mean, though.
It's massive for us to keep him, because really the sky's the limit just now for the club. So you know, it's well worth noting as well. To be fair, Greenock Morton, who've shown a lot of inconsistencies over the last couple of years. They were mixing it up with the top last season, but this season they seem really, really committed to the cause. The team's playing really, really well. So you know, good things for Morton as well so far this season.
Yeah, definitely. Moving on to
Sunday.
The Sunday. Unfortunately, my team didn't do too well in the early kick-off on the Sunday. To be honest, I sat and I woke up late. There's a shock, and I was I tuned in at 2-1, just enough to see Rangers go. Sorry, I tuned in at 1-0, and I saw enough to see Rangers go to. It was 2-1 at one point, or 2 each. I then saw them go to 3-2, and to be honest, that was at the end of the first half. Like, I saw nothing in the second half.
Watching the game, which I have, Motherwell to me were by far the better team in the second half.
Oh yes, 100%. They wanted it more.
Yeah, they definitely did, and I think I wish to God I'd put £1 on two things at the weekend. I wish I'd put £1 on Hartley scoring at any time, and I wish I'd put £1 on Boyata scoring at any time, because if there was any two things that were going to happen at that weekend, it was going to be those two things.
Aye, exactly. Like, you could write it, like, but especially just touching on the Boyata there, like, they had a banner up at the part saying not fit to wear the shirt.
Oh,
like,
fucking quite right.
They're quite right.
I think if Celtic fans out there have got an issue with that, then they need to have a fucking look at themselves. I don't agree with a lot of stuff that the Green Brigade do.
Yep.
But if you've got a player in your team who's going to fucking desert the team when they need him in the team at the most valuable time, which was against AEK Athens, and which was in the first leg against Sudova.
Yep.
And he's just going to decide he's got an injury, taking photos of himself in an injury table, and then his own manager saying that he wasn't injured.
Yeah, exactly.
You're fucking at it.
Oh no,
You're
definitely.
Fucking at
definitely
it.
at it.
that isn't. He's not fit to wear the shirt. That's not what Celtic's about. It's not what Rangers are about. It would be the same thing I would expect from Rangers fans to do as well. So there's absolutely no fucking reason why he should be allowed back in that squad. It's been desperation, obviously, but I completely agree. And as I said, if Celtic fans think that what the Green Brigade done wasn't right, then really have a fucking look at yourself. Like, how much do you care about your club?
Oh no, exactly. I'm not saying it wasn't right. For example, obviously I'm a Rangers fan. The way I just saw it as quite funny because they've got the banner up and it just turns out that it's him that scores the winner.
I mean, that was written in the stars.
Yeah.
He was going to score in that game, and he played well. He played really well.
Yeah, watched the highlights. Celtic missed a barrel load of chances.
Yeah,
Celtic played well.
Dembele looks as if he's away to Lyon. 20
million. 22 million. Good bit of business for Celtic.
When he's on it, he's on it, and when he's not, which to me, the majority of the time I see him, he's not. He shows up in big games, which I know is obviously quite a good thing for a striker, but it'll be interesting to see how he does. Celtic need to fucking get the finger out between just now and tomorrow, because they're becoming a bit of a laughing stock with this whole transfer situation.
They've been
linked to about 400 players and they've signed nobody.
Yeah, there was the one that you told me, or you said to me yesterday.
Is an interesting one, I think. A 2-year deal. I mean, there was a lot of chat about that happening and not happening and then obviously what been pretty much confirmed today. I think he'll make a massive difference to that midfield. I think it gives Scott Brown a bit more of a relaxed role, and can also play into the hands of Rogic and McGregor. It will give them more space to run because Malumbu's just going to sit.
Well, that's a question that I would then say. Do you think that's an area that we need to strengthen? But that's not surely shouldn't it? That's not a priority.
I'll be honest, and I know that Celtic fans that listen to this will maybe jump on my back, but I think Brown's almost done. Like,
he's what, 32?
I'm not saying I'm not saying he's not good anymore. I'm not saying they just need to. And we're talking about age. Malumbu's not young.
No, he's not. No spring chicken.
Brown, I just don't know if he's capable enough of getting all over the park every game, week in, week out now.
Well, yeah, he's 33,
and they need to. They need to start bringing in something that is going to. Well, I think, as I said, if they bring in Malumbu and play Malumbu and Brown in the same team, it almost gives them that Wanyama. And I'm not comparing the two. It just gives them that Wanyama type player that's going to sit and tidy up.
Yeah.
And it can allow
Makalele role, as it's been.
It can allow Brown to free himself up and not have to worry about trekking back all the time.
Yeah.
Or booming forward all the time because he can
just roll.
Relax. Yeah. So I think it's a good move for Celtic, but they need at least 2 defenders to come in, and they'll need another striker now as well.
Yeah, definitely. Edwards still he's
Edwards,
back. Yeah, he was injured for a wee bit.
I think he's still out, but Edward and Griffiths, 2 fucking world class strikers. I would say world class.
Top quality at least. Maybe if not world class, top quality.
And I just don't know if that's enough, to be honest. The 2 of them. Obviously, a lot of chat. I mentioned this to you the other day. A lot of chat about Celtic in crisis and their defence being a shambles.
Yeah, we spoke
Rangers
about that,
being so good and Rangers' defence being on fire. Now, I know this is only one game that's changed this, but Celtic have only conceded 2 goals. Rangers have conceded 5?
4,
5?
4 goals. Yeah.
Celtic have got 6 points and Rangers have got 5.
Yep.
So, if Celtic are in crisis and Rangers aren't, and Rangers are doing so well, and Rangers' defence is doing so well, and Celtic's defence is not, how do you explain those stats?
I think the way that folk are looking at that is they're saying Rangers are doing so well. What they're doing is they're comparing. They're not saying they're doing so well compared to Celtic. I think what they're doing is they're doing so well compared to last season.
But I think in Scotland, for Rangers and Celtic, who are you comparing it to if not the other?
They're comparing them to themselves last season and the year before that and the year before that. Like we do, and in my opinion, have a much better defence.
How do you expect to catch Celtic if you therefore don't?
No, I'm not saying don't compare this to Celtic. By all means, compare the Rangers team to Celtic, but I'm answering the question that you put to me, as in what. How do you answer that? That's what I'm interpreting it as.
I'm going to be honest. Like, I've seen Rangers, and I've said on this show that they look good and they look compact, but to me, this is a new manager bounce, and I'm saying this just now. I still think by the end of this season, they're still going to be roughly there or thereabouts where they were last season. I genuinely believe that.
I disagree.
I've not seen enough that blows me away, and I think from last season, oh my god, that is fucking different class from what it was last season. Now, I don't go to the games.
Yep.
I watch games on the TV and I watch the highlights, but they've brought in all these players, but still couldn't beat Aberdeen, which is a tough game, but should be a game if this team are moving forward that they should be winning.
You got to look at it from. Yes, we should be beating Aberdeen. We got a man, in my opinion, wrongly sent off.
Right.
Which again, that can be thrown up in the air. It's a red or a yellow. That's based on the referee's opinion. In my opinion, it should have been a yellow. Again, so down to 10 men. 1-0 up. We conceded in the last minute. Now,
what about Motherwell then?
Motherwell, I said to you the other day, it was the worst performance I'd seen from Connor Goldson in a Rangers top.
This is the thing though, these are two games already at this point in the season when you are meant to be playing as well as you are, that you've dropped points in games that from last season you dropped points.
But and I'm looking at it from last season. Last season we would have lost those games. We would have. But last season, if we were 2-1 down against Motherwell, we would have lost that game. We wouldn't have come back to 3-2 and then back to 3. It would have got back to 3 each.
I know.
It wouldn't have happened.
I understand that, but right, okay. If you change one or two things, then I can understand saying, all right, well, a draw is an improvement. But yous have signed what, 9 players, 10 players.
Get rid of more. That's the thing.
But you've got rid of dead weight. You've got rid of players that weren't fit to
half,
be in
half,
that club.
half of the players were dead weight.
So you've got rid of dead weight. You've brought in all these new players.
Improved. We have improved.
But you're saying you've improved, but you're still losing points to Motherwell and Aberdeen,
where we would have lost more points last season. That's what I'm getting to you. That's a draw where we would have lost the game, so it is an improvement.
Saying, but what I'm saying is the vast input of players and the vast effort to bring Gerrard up, and the fans paying their money to go, and all the chat on social media about how good Rangers are, but you still cannot beat Motherwell and Aberdeen.
But then you put it, Celtic. Yes, okay, they've not signed many players. Also can't beat Hearts.
Right, but Celtic have won a double treble.
I get that, but
they're also on, 7 in a row?
So you're then not comparing Celtic from last season to this season,
I've already said, I think Celtic look really bad compared to what they were last season.
Right, but Celtic wouldn't have lost that game last season against Hearts.
They
did? That particular game, Celtic were... They were all over Hearts. I watched the game.
4-0, 5-0, 5-1 they get beat. That was the end of their run.
That was the end of their run, yes.
So you're saying to me they wouldn't have lost, but they did. They lost heavier.
They played horrendously that day. They played well and still lost against Hearts. Like, the way I'm trying to get it to you is... I'm saying to you that Rangers have improved, and then you're arguing it, but... They have,
I'm not
because
arguing,
as I said,
no.
They would have lost that game last season.
I've said I think Rangers have slightly improved. However, I would have thought the expectation of Rangers would have been a lot fucking higher than what it is just now.
Oh no, the expectation should be to challenge for the league. That should be the expectation. The realistic expectation from me as a Rangers fan is to take second place. That's realistic because last year we finished third.
Do you think you will take second place?
Yes.
I don't.
I definitely do.
100%.
At the end of the day, the proof's going to be on the pudding at the weekend to see how much really we've improved.
I don't think...
And it will be.
I don't think you can take it from that game, though.
How?
Well, because you're judging, right, the same as a lot of Rangers fans are. You're judging by going, and I know you can deny this or not. You're going to be going on Sunday. Oh well, we only get beat 2-0 or 1-0. We didn't get pumped 5-0 or 5-1.
A defeat isn't an improvement in my eyes.
Right, so getting beat 1-0 in a tight game isn't an improvement to getting beat 5-1.
It's an improvement on the performance, but it's not an improvement on the result. Obviously, like at the end of the day, we don't want to lose. We shouldn't want to lose.
No, I'm not saying. I think Rangers fans would probably get more belief going into Sunday than they have in a long time. And I
quite rightly so.
I genuinely believe Rangers can win.
So do I.
Strongly believe that. However, players like Griffiths, Incham, Rogic, especially Rogic, Edouard, Forrest, Tierney, if they turn it on, I don't care who Rangers have signed, there's no stopping that. Those players, and they do. Rogic has destroyed Rangers himself.
Yep.
And if that happens, it could be 4 or 5 again. It genuinely could be, because
I don't see any scenario in which it's 4 or 5 this time round. I don't.
One of the biggest downfalls you've got is the fucking absolute moron that is at your club, who is Alvaro Morelos.
No, I completely agree.
Don't rate him. I don't like him. I think he's a fucking horrible bastard.
Yep.
And Rangers fans seem to love him. Oh, El Buffalo, all the fucking songs.
He's shit.
He's so fucking average. He's been
he's
called up to the Colombia
overrated.
squad, fair enough, right? But I don't really get it. What it is about him that Rangers fans seem to have this admiration for, because he's done nothing but fucking shaft the club. He's offside 9 times out of 10.
There's three certainties in life, Mikey.
Severe aggression problems, and he's could have cost Rangers a Europa League spot tonight. Him and Flanagan. He gets sent off for kicking a fucking ball away.
That's stupid.
And then
already on a yellow card.
No.
He was already on a yellow card.
No, that's not what happened.
That was in luck.
He got booked for kicking the ball away, and then started mouthing off at the referee. Went away and came back and started mouthing off again, and the referee just gave him a second yellow and sent him off.
He's a fucking idiot.
So that to me that should be enough to. I would drop him for Sunday. I would drop him. If you're going to tell me you don't have anyone else, then that's poor management. You've got Lafferty.
I get that, but
I don't think it's good enough.
I've said that before. So I said that last week. I was in a discussion with one of my mates, who's a die-hard Rangers fan, Nicky Jackson. He turned round and said that he'll make a difference, blah blah blah. Don't get me wrong, he scored 2 goals against Motherwell, but there is a vast difference between playing against Motherwell and playing against Celtic.
Yep.
I don't think Lafferty's good enough. I don't think Morelos is good enough. As I said, as I chimed in a wee bit earlier, there's 3 certainties in life. You'll live and die, you'll pay taxes, and Alvaro Morelos will be standing offside at any given moment, somewhere. But when it comes down to it, the admiration, as you said, like from some Rangers fans, I personally don't see it either. Like, you've got a guy who he'll either run all day for you 1 week, and then the next week he'll be standing about looking fucking dejected, looking as if he can't be fucking arsed. Like, for example, Lawrence Shankland. If Rangers, as you said to me a while back, they were linked with him.
Mm-hmm.
If Rangers signed him, and this is all hypothetical, if Rangers signed him, he's a boyhood Rangers fan, correct?
Yep.
He would run his fucking arse off day in, day out for that club.
No, I don't know about that. He's played with other clubs. He's been at Morton.
I get that, but
he was overweight and very lazy. Same when he was at Aberdeen. Very lazy, didn't really do much, didn't break into the squad. So we've got him playing shit hot just now. He's untouchable, he's amazing. But do I know for certain that he would go to Rangers and play the exact same way? No, I don't.
Well, it might just be me then that would want to run my fucking arse off in my boyhood club. I mean, like,
I'm not. No, I'm not saying that he wouldn't want to do that. I'm just saying, do I think and know he would be the answer to Rangers players? No,
I'm not saying we would be the answer to Rangers players. What I'm saying is hypothetically, do you mean you get someone who's going to who's got that link to the club? Like Morelos was bought last year for £1 million. Like, he's maybe seen Rangers on the TV a couple of times because he was playing in Finland. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just, in my opinion, if we got offered the money that was bandied about in January, insane, what was it, 8 and 10 million they were talking from a Chinese team, I would have bit your hand off for that if I was a Rangers board member or like CEO. Like, it's fucking insane for a guy that you bought for £1 million. And do you know what? I might get it in the neck from other Rangers fans, but when I've watched, what I rate Chris Boyd as a better striker than Alfredo Morelos. Like, when he played for us, you've watched guys like Dado Purso run themselves into the ground for the club as well. They're just going back through like different strikers. Like we'd Ali McCoist, who's on the panel for BT Sport most weeks. Like, do you know what I mean? Maybe not the most mobile of players, right enough, but he would run his arse off for Rangers and he fucking scored barrel loads of goals. Like, when you look down the years at Rangers strikers that they've had, Morelos doesn't compare really when you mention like big names. Just in my opinion, he doesn't. But we'll see what happens come Sunday when the team gets put out. Again, if I say I didn't see the game tonight because I was working, as it was like a 3 o'clock kickoff. But if that is the reason that he gets sent off, he wouldn't be in my team for the next game, for the next while, really, because that's just childish. And again, letting his team down.
No, it's fair enough. So I mean, it's gonna be an interesting day on Sunday. I suppose we will find out a few things one way or another. But it's I'll be interested to see the score when I land. Because I won't obviously.
You won't get to see it.
Time to, I think, just being conscious of the time. We can cover off the Champions League draw.
Yes.
How did you feel the draw went for Arsenal?
If I had a tumbleweed button, I would have pressed it, and I might jump over the table and attack you as well. So let's just go straight to your team. And how did it go for Manchester United?
It went fucking terribly, to be quite honest. So what I'll do, guys, in case any of you listening haven't managed to catch the draw, I'll just break it down for you, group by group, and then we can discuss it. So Champions League 2018-2019, Group A: Atletico Madrid of Spain, Borussia Dortmund of Germany, Monaco of France, and Club Brugge of Belgium. Group B: Barcelona of Spain, Tottenham, England, PSV, Holland, and Inter Milan in Italy. Group C: Paris Saint-Germain from France, Napoli of Italy, Liverpool of England, and Red Star Belgrade of Serbia. Lokomotiv Moscow in Group D head up for Russia. Porto of Portugal, Schalke, the German team appearing in the Champions League again. Good to see them back.
Yep.
Galatasaray coming in from Turkey. Group E: Bayern Munich, German champions, Benfica, Portuguese, Ajax, Dutch team. Hopefully they do a bit better this year. And AEK Athens, the Greek champions that knocked Celtic out.
Yep.
Group F: Manchester City, know where they're from. Shakhtar Donetsk of Ukraine, however, still not got a home. Lyon of France, and Hoffenheim in the Champions League for the first time in a long time, who are looking really good at the moment. Back in the Champions League, the German team. Group G: Real Madrid, Spanish Champions League winners from last year. Roma, Italian team, still to win any European trophy. CSK Moscow, or CSKA Moscow for those that listen to BT Sport, from Russia, and Victoria Pilsen from the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Group H, Juventus of Italy, Manchester United.
Sorry, what was that, Mikey?
Manchester United.
Yeah.
Valencia, Spanish team back into a bit of form, and for the first time in the tournament, Young Boys Bern of Switzerland. So starting from the bottom, now we're here. Manchester United. I mean, it's going to be tough, especially playing the way Manchester United are at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think Jose will see the group stages?
I don't know. I really don't. If I was predicting, if I was predicting how it'll go just now, I would say defeat to Juventus home and away. Possibly a win or a draw at home to Valencia and a defeat away. And I really think a draw away to Young Boys.
Draw?
Nah, they're a good solid team and they'll defend well. And I think that'll be the game we'll comfortably win at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, I would see that.
I think out the lot, Manchester City have probably got the easier group.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They've
a trip to Shakhtar's never easy though.
I think looking at it, I would say the group of death for me would be between B and C. B and C would be a tough one. Which is B is Barcelona, Spurs, PSV and Inter, and C is PSG, Napoli, Liverpool and Red Star. I mean, Red Star are obviously they are the weakest team in that group, but they're not mugs, and especially going over to Serbia. That's going to be a tough
a tough travel for anybody, to be fair.
PSG, I would say, are probably the favourites for that group.
Yeah.
And Napoli, I would say Napoli are going to go through there.
Yeah, I would say Liverpool might have to settle for dropping down to the Europa League. But a bit of a fall from grace.
Although,
but then again, it's football's never won in a game of a piece of paper.
I think Spurs are going to have a tough time of it. I think PSV, Eindhoven will be a hard place to go, and San Siro will be a hard place to go, and then obviously you've got the new camp. Although I don't know how Barca are going to do away to Spurs. Barca aren't
at Wembley
really great so far this season. I don't know. I actually would talking about that my tip this year. My biggest tip in football is to get your money on Atletico Madrid to win the Spanish La Liga.
Oh, really?
I really feel that they will win it. I think it's their opportunity to win it this year.
It's their chance.
Real aren't that strong. They've not replaced Ronaldo.
No, they've only really bought
Mariano. They brought him back in a buyback clause.
Do you think he'll start instead of Benzema?
No, I can't see it.
No.
I can't see it. He's just there as a backup. Mayoral's not really setting the world on fire, and De Thomas is really in the
average
team. So yeah, I think it'll make for a good draw. I think there's a few easy groups in there. I think Bayern's group's relatively easy. AEK Athens and Ajax should be easy enough for them. Benfica will probably be the toughest. The Lokomotiv Moscow group I think looks the worst, to be honest. I actually fancy Schalke and Galatasaray in that group.
Yeah. Oh well.
My predictions for going through if we were doing that would be Atletico Madrid and Dortmund, Barcelona. But I'm going to go Barcelona and Spurs.
Okay.
PSG and Liverpool.
Right.
I'm going to contradict myself. I'm going to go PSG and Liverpool.
Just to go back on it.
As I said there, I'm going to go with Schalke and Galatasaray. Bayern and Ajax.
Yep, that would be mine as well.
Manchester City and Hoffenheim.
Oh.
I
would go. My guess would be Lyon, but you've obviously you said Hoffenheim are in a bit of form. I've not.
Real Madrid and Roma.
Yeah.
And Juventus and Valencia.
Right. Okay. Again, I think the Man U one's that's a hard group. That is a hard group. We spoke there about B and C, being tough groups. Like Group H is no walk in the park either. I think you'll be comfortable against Young Boys, obviously home. It just all depends on how Jose gets the team playing. if it's still Jose Mourinho that's in charge. That is. It's one of those ones. I would go. I think he'll get through it. In my opinion, as much as I hate to say it, I think he'll manage to get through that group. It's a strong Champions League this year. In my opinion, there's a lot of tough groups. Who would be your winner? That's me. We're going to go with the now prediction. I know it's very early in the season. Who's your winner of the Champions League?
Honestly, it pains me to say it, but I really think this is City's year.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I thought you were going to go with Juventus.
No, I think this is City's year. I think Juventus, they brought Bonucci back.
Yeah.
They've brought in, obviously, Ronaldo.
He has not went to AC Milan. I just want to put that out there, guys.
Yeah. I broke that news to Colin and he advised me, I seen that he's moved to AC Milan. You're right enough, Colin. He did move to AC Milan in fucking 2017.
Breaking news, guys. I can't read.
No, but seriously, I think Juventus have got a good chance, but my money's on City.
All right, okay. Fair play.
So, guys, as we mentioned, the show's going to be off for about 2 weeks while I go and top up my tan.
Yeah, unfortunately.
As usual, we'd appreciate any feedback. Just to change it up a bit this year. What the fuck?
Fucking hell, what were we doing last year?
What were we doing last year? Just to change it up this week, guys, just in case any of you are out and about in Glasgow, just to make you aware of a few things that are happening this weekend. So Friday we've got the Chicago Blues Brothers are on at the King's Theatre. ADGC are a tribute band, evidently and obviously to AC/DC. They are playing at Blackfriars in the city centre again. That is on Friday. There is also the Bar Revolution launch on Friday night. Bar Revolution is in Mitchell Street in the city centre. So get yourself along there, it'll be an amazing night.
Yep.
You also have the Bridge Music Jazz Series at Swing, which is at Swing in Glasgow City Centre as well, which is a jazz bar. You've also got the Brigton Cross Retail Market, which is going to have a lot of stalls and different things as well. And then on the Saturday, you've got Message in a Bottle, which is a tribute to the police, and that's at the Theatre Royal in Glasgow. There's also a few other things. An adult roller disco on at Roller Stop, Roller Pink, and that's in the south side of Glasgow. Definitely worth looking into. It's a good day out. They're doing a bat night this weekend. That's out in Loch Lomond. I think that's the RSPB that do that. I think that's Friday and Saturday. And then you've got your usual markets as well. But definitely everything worth. I'd probably give a shout out to Bar Revolution for this at the weekend. It's going to be a class one, and I think that just about covers it, to be honest, guys. Listen, take care. Any feedback would be more than appreciated. I'll be back. We'll be back for the podcast week commencing the 17th of September.
Yep, sounds good to me.
But thank you very much for another evening, guys. Thanks very much, mate. It was a pleasure doing it as always with you.
Yeah, pleasure as always.
Guys, take it easy. Have a good 2 weeks, and we'll speak to you when I'm back.
Yep, guys, thank you very much. As Mikey said, just went over a couple of things that were going on and in and around Glasgow. We're changing it up every week, really. Let's have a wee. We'll spice it up every now and again. When we come back next time, as Mikey said, it'll be the week commencing the 17th. We're going to try and have a guest on for you. We're going to have him on this week, but schedules conflicted, and with Mikey going away, we wanted to get another episode out. But as he said, guys, take it easy. Give us all your feedback, and until next time, I've been CS Rose.
And I've been Mikey.
Thank you.